Hello and welcome back to the Making Fire podcast. This is a podcast where two longtime besties talk about their favorite TV show, Survivor. This week we are covering episode 6 of Survivor season 50. What an episode, guys. We have so much to say about this one. But before we get into it, Riley, how are you?
I'm doing so well. Thank you so much for asking. I actually didn't, because I remembered that I have to do this, but I be forgetting sometimes. I decided, you guys, it's a new month. I haven't changed my hot guy calendar yet, so I'm gonna reveal Mr. April to everybody today.
I'm so excited.
Mr. April is gonna go ahead and be Tyreek Withers. Him and his Protect the Dolls shirt.
I love it.
I forgot what I made.
What was February and March? Because was January Josh Hutcherson?
No, that was February. January was Arthur Feast, who is a tennis player, and then March was Miles Teller.
Can I see?
Yeah.
You did such a good job. We're gonna need an update every month on this.
I think that I'm gonna make... Guys, should I sell Hawkeye calendars? Like, it can't be that hard. I feel like this turned out really good.
It does look good. What's, like, the cover of it? Does it have one?
It just says, Hawkeye calendar 2026 on it.
And you know what? Classy.
Isn't it classy? I said, keep it cute. Yeah.
That's adorable.
Anyway, that's how I'm doing. It's Tyreek Withers April, you guys. I forgot, where did my thumbtack disc go? Guys, the thumbtack dropped, and now I'm going to step on it in the middle of the night. Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah.
I actually don't know where it went, so we're just going to hope
Oh my god,
anyway.
Speaking of stepping on stuff, I'll have to bring that. Remind me to circle back with that with Colby.
Okay. Oh. Sister, keep it cute. How are you doing?
Oh, that was it? It was just your...
Well, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. Yeah, I don't think we respect hot men enough.
Or just men in general.
I don't think men... And you know what? Let me stop. Maddie, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I have a bit of a PSA. I'm
muting myself while I'm looking for another thumbtack.
Okay. A few months ago, I believe back in like October or November, gave everyone an update on, and a public service announcement on making sure to back up your photos onto like a cloud or specifically a hard drive. And I just want to come at you again with another quarterly update on that. I did this week. I didn't actually finish the project because I did not actually finish it last time I talked about it, which is really fun. But I've been working on transferring all of my photos off my phone, and not just onto like my Microsoft OneDrive or whatever, but onto a physical hard drive. It's actually right here because I'm still in the process of getting all of this transferred. Because it would be a lot easier if my phone did have the capability of being plugged into things, but post ketchup incident that happened at least 2 years ago at this point, I still don't have that option. So I do.
Wait, PK. BK?
Oh, after PK.
Oh my god, Burger King.
Oh, BK.
BK, AK.
Let's move on from that.
Yeah, let's just natural. Yeah.
I am hoping to get a new phone this year, so I cannot wait for that. But I just wanted to tell everyone once again, it's time to not be storing years of photos just on your phone. Like, that is how one bad thing happens to your phone and you've lost years of memories. And I do have photos on my phone truly from like 2023 at this point. So, and that cannot be happening. So at this point, I am all the way caught up. For some reason, I have all of 2024 on the hard drive. And then now everything up until like May of 2023. So I'm working through 2023. And then I just thought I'd share my system with people. I am going to force myself, put this on the calendar. We're doing this quarterly because I can't have so much just like precious stuff on my phone. So quarterly, we're going to go through and I'm going to allow my OneDrive to be connected to my camera roll. So things will be automatically uploaded to the cloud or to the drive. Then every 3 months, I will be transferring everything from the drive to my hard drive. So that way things are keeping clean. I take a lot of photos. I want to make sure I'm cycling through, cleaning them out.
Maddie was almost a photography minor.
my God. Throw back to that conversation from last week. Anyways, I just wanted to remind everyone to do this. Also, we should, like, this is for you and I think at this point, I am running low on space on my computer. So I think we should also look into getting a hard drive to just, like, throw all that on.
Girl, like, you chose to do that. I don't, like, why do I have to fork money in to fulfill your issue?
You're right. I'll just go ahead and delete everything. Anyways, yeah, this is just a PSA. Everyone get a hard drive for your personal photos, especially like, I am under a tornado thing this evening, whatever.
Right. No,
and
for
you
sure.
just want to have like all of your photos in one place.
A grab and go situation.
A grab and go. Like if something were to happen, like obviously Frank and Logan taking care of, like this hard drive is going that is number one. So,
do you have an emergency to go bag?
Not at this time. I have in the past, but all of like our important documents are like in a thing.
Like
it would be very
or like
potentially. It would be very easy.
Do you have a code on the safe? Is there a key?
Can you let us know the code? I'm not going to get into the details of
Is
my
it a padlock? Is it a twist lock?
Yeah. Anyways, yes. Things are all taken care of, so no worries here. But
You know what's not taken care of?
what?
Camilla, Genevieve, and Colby. I guess they got taken care of in the sense that they
they got taken care of.
Oh, baby.
So, anyways, that is the end of my PSA for this week, and do with that information what you will. But let's get into this episode. Do you have anything off the dome? I do have some big thoughts. First of all,
Three
bad
Divas
episode
down.
for Canada.
Bad episode for Canada. Canada and Colby, the two C's. Three Divas down. I hate to admit it, very emotional at that final Tribal Council.
Yeah. I saw you even reposted a thing on TikTok about Colby.
I did. Colby
Popped
made
up
me.
for me.
Papa Colby made me. Grandpappy Colby made me emotional. I mean, it was the mix of Cerie, Coach, and Colby together. I know there's been a lot of discourse this season so far. The first couple episodes of just like the old schoolness of it all, right? Like the 25 years. But I don't think there's been a scene like this yet where we have Jeff said it, three icons of the game. People who
Truly
have made their own path in their own specific ways. At a tribal council like this season where they got to reflect on their icon status really. And like, they had to vote each other out, which is really emotional because this means a lot. It's a big thing for them.
And also, go watch our Heroes versus Villains coverage.
Right, we spoke very highly of Colby there. And Coach.
Coach,
while you're at
famously.
it. Cerie wasn't really on long enough for us to engage in discourse, but...
No, but we loved when she was there.
We loved when she was there. Devastated for Camilla and Genevieve. I feel like all of the personality hires are going back to back to back to back.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I'm very concerned...
Period.
I am. I don't know. There's still like a good like I'm still enjoying the season.
Uh-huh.
But I'm interested to see in the long run how this is gonna the lasting effects of like a Camilla, Genevieve, Mike, Angelina sort of back to back to back to back run.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. To bring the mood down a little bit, I actually really hated this episode.
Did you really?
Yeah. Like, I'm so thankful for Applebee's because also this is, oh my God.
I
like,
know. Isn't
it was
the
crazy
timing is...
because I edited the last two episodes like pretty close together and like me fully being like, I hope we can get Applebee's together soon. Like, I'd love to do that. Be careful what you wish for because we got Applebee's together so soon.
Got a secret. Can you keep
And there
it?
was other stuff too where I was like, the foreshadowing in this is insane. But
What didn't you like about this episode?
The blood moon twist. I thought
Really? You didn't like the twist?
I thought it was so unbelievably dumb.
Why?
Because we've never seen anything like this before. They do this all the time where they merge and then split and then they vote in their little groups. Just because there's 3 groups doesn't make anything different because they started with so many people this season. Like, what do you mean we've seen this before? And I think it just like totally screwed people. Like, I really did not like the division. I would have I'm not a game like person or whatever, so like don't like take this with a grain of salt, but like I would have rather seen so many different iterations of like a 3-person vote out. I would have rather like, you know, a surprise, oh, you're voting someone else out, you're voting someone else out, or like I don't know, just something with all of them. Like what was the point of having this 17-person merge or whatever just to do nothing with it? Like I don't know. I just thought it was like are so many other exciting options and this just was not new in any way.
You know what? I think I'm gonna agree with you, and it didn't take much convincing. I'm gonna be, you know, we have a podcast. Sort of my job is to process my thoughts, and have had a lot on my mind the past 48 hours, unfortunately. So I don't know if I've really thought too much in depth about the twist as much. I think I. So are you anti triple elimination? Are you anti
No.
this specific triple elimination?
I'm anti this specific. I love the idea of a triple elimination.
Okay.
But it's that this was not anything special.
Got it. I'll agree. I will agree with that statement. The branding of the blood moon felt very online reality game org coded to me. It felt very like I was back on Discord in 2021, like hearing a twist for the new season I was on. Like it felt very branded like that to me. I'll just reiterate what you thought. I agree with your point. The branding of a whole new twist. Triple elimination is new. Mind you, not new to reality TV. I think Big Brother Canada has done triple eliminations in the past. I think you're right. I think there's an excitement to it in a 17-person vote. I think there's something inherently like, what the hell is possibly going to happen in here?
Yeah.
And then for you to then be like, JK, you're not done. You're voting one more person out. JK, you're voting another person out on top of that. I think that could have been really fun and really chaotic in an exciting way.
Yeah.
I would agree that it also, you're right, it puts people at an unfair disadvantage. If you're going to send 3 tribes or groups or whatever the hell you want to call them to tribal, just keep them in the groups they were in, because then at least they have some sort of social standing to base their votes. I will say I do feel like luck is a part of any season of Survivor, and sometimes luck is just not on your side, and it is unfortunate when the luck happens to get our faves, you know?
Yeah.
So part of that, I'm like, well, you know, Genevieve and Camilla just didn't really have luck. Honestly, Genevieve used, I think, most of her Survivor luck her first season. No shade. But so I'll agree with you. I think that the twist could have been done in a different way that wasn't so random. Like
I think it was Tyson maybe was talking on his podcast. I saw someone else talking about it, of like it would have been interesting if they split them into 2 groups and then they had their tribals, each one voted someone out, and then you come together and vote out one more person.
That would have been good.
I just think there are so many other ways to do it, and like for the first time ever, I just had a lot of laundry to do today and fold, and I was like, let me put on the Rob Has a Podcast exit interviews. And Genevieve had a good point. She's like, with a like tribe of 5 that you're just swapped into for an afternoon, that is not enough time to solidify any relationships with people that you didn't have before, or to take people from, like, Christian, for example. Like, there was really no path forward with that because he is so comfortable where he is, and this is such an easy vote. There's no momentum that Genevieve could have ever had.
Yeah.
Like,
it was all immediately dropped as soon as they swapped together.
Yes, and she said that she almost started crying when she dropped out of the challenge because she knew that she was done. Like, there was just no shot. And, like, yes, obviously luck is a part of Survivor in every single way, but it sucks when it's like they are put on this. It just felt like not, I don't know, like fleshed out to me. Like, you put them on these tribes for literally an afternoon together, then they have to vote each other out when, like, what, they were merged for a day? Like, I don't know. I just think it was kind of dumb to get on a season with, like, such big people and names and players. It really sucks to see people go out this way versus, like, I don't know, on a new person season, it's like, oh, there's not as like much stake as like a viewer in it, I guess.
Yeah.
But like seeing people that are so loved go home like this because of like just a stupid draw in one afternoon like feels so dumb.
I think part of it for Genevieve too is the fact that she found two idols. That's really frustrating.
Yes.
That's like she really genuinely could have saved herself here. Had they been normal idols.
And Colby just didn't have a vote from
I
like,
forgot
so
he didn't
long
have
ago.
a vote when he was like, I don't have a vote tonight. I'm like, that's fucked.
Like, oh, awesome. Like, that's
Yeah.
not, I don't know. It's just, it was really disappointing to me, and I really thought this twist, like, it's just, when you hype it up to be this, the biggest twist ever, this is changing the game forever, all this stuff, and then it's just this, I'm like, okay, but you've done this before, so, like, I don't really get it.
I know, but this
Yeah.
time it's the blood moon.
No, but it's a blood moon.
I didn't really
You go.
I just didn't really understand the blood moon aesthetic of it all because I'm like, it's not like this has been something that's been like brought up prior. Like, there's no, it's just like a random lore drop in the middle of the season.
And I thought it was weird at Tribal Council how we were getting all these shots of them like looking up at the moon, but then we weren't seeing the moon.
Right.
Oh, and I want to say about Colby, like it'll come up later, but I just like off while it's fresh on my mind. So he actually, his foot had like two separate issues.
Oh.
So he like hyperextended his toes during the Zach Brown challenge, right? When they were pushing the boat up.
Got it.
But then, so when they were, Colby had been going barefoot like the entire time, walking around everywhere, whatever, when most people would have their shoes on.
Do you have like an infection or something?
So, yes, I think it was, I don't remember if he said it was on the way to the reward or whatever. On that same day, they were walking along the like production trails while going somewhere. And he stepped on something and he doesn't like know what it was. He said it didn't hurt that bad, but it punctured his foot. And then he got what the doctor said is the worst infection he's ever seen on the show. So when Sari, and the whole thing with Sari and Dee and Emily, and they were like, well, we think he's going to get medevaced. And Sari was like, no, I don't think so. Well, Colby said that if he hadn't gotten voted out this night, then he would have been medevaced for his foot.
Wow.
Because he needed antibiotics. And he had a staph infection.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't understand. So, you know, and Jonathan's been walking around barefoot the whole time, too. I'm like, why would you want to be walking around?
But,
Sari, you're Colby, a nurse, baby. I need you to lock in a little bit.
I know. Colby was saying, he actually... He knew, like, once the swap happened with him not having a vote that he was going to be the one to go home anyways. So he was like, hey, doctors, like, can I just please, like, see this through? And, like, I want to get my torch snuffed. I don't want to be medevaced.
Right.
But he was having, like, a whole thing going on in his head of, like, okay, well, I don't want to get medevaced. Like, I actually do need to low-key get voted out tonight. Because if Coach gets voted out and then I get medevaced, that, like, totally screws anyone who was working with us. Like,
yeah, but also like, sorry, I know that's your winner pick, but also like,
right. But anyways, I just thought all of that was interesting, and it sounds like it was pretty obvious. Like he knew that he needed to go when he did. So, but I thought that was crazy. Like the nastiest infection.
Why can't stuff like this happen to Jonathan?
So real. Okay, let's get into this episode. We are far enough in at this point. Also, rip to those B-buys for Genevieve. Like, that is just so insane.
She wasn't by enough.
No. Okay.
Genevieve, you be kissing girls? Comment down below.
We open on Sela the morning after Charlie was voted out, and Rizzo is feeling awesome about getting Charlie out and gaining some allies and proving his game to the icons around him. Also, can you believe that we start the episode after the Charlie vote when it feels like that was 10 years ago at this point?
Babe, it was 10 years ago at this point. It was.
Yeah.
Girl, just read your next note. Read your next note.
Jonathan is distraught to have been blindsided in the Charlie vote, and in a conversation with Dee, she's like, well, we didn't tell you because you would tell Charlie, but I'm like still good working with you, so it's fine. But he's just like, oh my god, I was blindsided, blah 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 blah. And then a boat pulls up to both the Sela and Kahlo beaches, and they learn that they need to drop their buffs, and they have 10 minutes to pack before heading out to their new home. So exciting.
Gag on that, Eleganza.
We then go over to the Vatu tribe where they learn that they are about to get a lot of new roommates. Like as many roommates as possible.
Ooh, someone air it out. I know it's stank in there.
Yeah. Ozzy takes this time to talk to Emily and Christian and build their trust by, of course, coming out about the bee-bye.
Bee.
This
Ooh,
makes...
ah.
Thank you. You know what? Actually, can we do a clean one of those so I can clip it as another soundbite?
Should I go right now?
Yeah.
Be who you are in your pride.
Thank you for that. Okay.
Okay, do media clip that.
Ozzy, I hope Riverside clips that.
Thank you,
We just have
Riverside.
a separate thing. Ozzy takes this time to talk to Emily and Christian and build their trust about coming out about the bee-bye. This makes both of them feel good.
Girl, you did not have to word it like that. Coming out
Yes,
about
I
the
did.
bee-bye.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Has that not been the narrative this whole time?
That's your narrative. That's
That's
your
his
truth.
narrative.
Also, can we talk about the survey from last week on Spotify where someone said no to gay marriage? That's insane. I don't know which one of you said that, but just know we have your IP address.
Oh, what do you plan on doing with that?
If you get reported to the government, I guess maybe this government won't care, but
Well, I saw a thing the other day. It could not be real. It could be real, but also like there's a chance it's not. But I saw it on TikTok, of course, of this girl who sent like every hour for a certain period of time. She sent Jehovah's Witness missionaries to her ex-boyfriend's house, and then she got arrested
oh,
for like harassment.
well. Wow.
But I just think that's like the funniest possible thing. Anyways, this makes Emily and Christian feel good since they need as many allies as they can get going into this absolutely massive merge.
Absolutely massive merge. Ooh.
Then
Oh, absolutely massive merge.
we need a White Lotus season that like takes place before the events of season 1 so that we can have Jennifer Coolidge come back as like Tanya but pre-Greg. Greg? Is that his name?
Yeah. Where does this take place?
Oh, anywhere. Anywhere in any lifetime.
How do you feel about the Florida Keys?
So I actually want to like continue to like Tanya, and I think I'm not sure what her involvement in the Keys would be.
Maybe she's at the White Lotus Resort in the Florida Keys.
Yeah.
It's either that or Tucson, Arizona. Those are your options.
But you know what? Actually, she was pretty chill when she thought that Greg worked for BLM, like the other BLM, not the Bureau of Land Management. So maybe she'd be fine.
No, for sure. For sure.
Then the boats pull up, and they are all giving hugs and greeting each other, and it's just so crazy seeing all of them on this beach together. Like, it just feels like, wait, I know you from this. Like, they feel so separate to me.
Yeah.
All of these people, and
For
then
sure.
for them all to be together, it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I
Chris-
think even at the tribe, like the point of each, like seeing them on tribes together, like at the starting tribes, it still felt like there was a big disconnect between everybody, even though we were
Yeah.
all, like I was actively watching them on the same season. It isn't until they're all on the beach at the same time, like this, like mixed together.
Yeah.
This is the multiculturalism we were promised in elementary school.
Yeah.
The melting pot.
I was trying to think.
The post 9/11 melting pot we were all promised.
That was Obama's America that we were promised.
Be who you-
Christian is on the welcoming committee helping people out of the boats, and Rizzo and the other new era / late 30s people are just like, oh my god, I'm here with like Sari and Coach and Colby and like all of these just icons of
Not
the
for
game.
long.
It's so insane, I know. And then they get their yellow buffs, and Devins and Christian are happily reunited. And then Sari and Genevieve are chatting on the beach, and Genevieve learned that Aubrey did, in fact, have a bee-bye. And Genevieve gets to work telling everyone that Aubrey has an idol. And she is also assisted in spreading this message by Suri and Rizzo. And then Genevieve and Rizzo fill Ozzy in on her Genevieve sending him the idol, which is also getting around to absolutely every single person. It is just like the absolute flow and information dump happening on this beach was like, it was moving at the speed of light.
Have you seen that GIF? Or it's like even just like a TikTok, and this guy, he has like phones on both sides of his head, and his friends are like scrolling through like Twitter, and it makes it look like all of it is going into his brain. And then he stands up after, and he's like, and then he goes to the whiteboard behind him, and it's like 1 + 1, and he does like 1 + 1 = like 4. You know what I mean?
No, I've not seen this.
That's what it reminds me of. There's just so much information going around.
Yes.
And you can't trust anybody with the information. It's sort of like an overload of like... Well, because a lot of these people... You're meeting new people. Mm-hmm. New people are presenting you with new information. You're getting information from your old allies. You're keeping up the relationships of the people you already know. You are planning 2 steps ahead for the merge. What might happen at this first vote. Like, there's a lot going on. And there's B-Buys floating around.
Yes. And just like also interacting with people like who are from your season or who you might have history with. I thought one really interesting thing that I heard in Camilla's Rob has a podcast exit interview was she had heard from Suri and others about how like she has just done like irreversible mental damage on Joe and like post that season. And so they were all like, you need to talk to Joe because like he is still absolutely going through it.
That's
and I guess like
wild.
she tried to subtly talk to Joe and like wanted to get a second to talk to him, and he like fully would not make eye contact with her in this whole merge thing. She was like, I need to talk to him.
This is
and he just
great.
like would not.
I think, and we're seeing the same stuff with Charlie. And Charlie posts in his interviews talking about how when he got to Ponderosa and Savannah was there, and Savannah was like, "No, Rizzo was my #1 ally. Like we were each other's #1 ally." And Charlie's like, "Jesus Christ! Like why? I just screwed myself over."
Yeah.
There's so much trauma that I'm like, I don't know. Like I don't know. Does this stem back from the lack of a live reunion?
Maybe because they aren't like
Processing
they
it.
don't
They're
have
not...
to get together to process it.
Yeah,
Like
I don't
yeah.
know. Like, where does it stem from? Because on our old school season of Survivor, you film, and then like a year later, 9 months later, you do the crowning. But then
Yeah.
you're able to like watch the season live and able to have that discourse. But I guess in a new era season, you're still able to watch live, but you know the result. So Joe the whole time is like, I look like Boo Boo the Fool right now on this TV show.
Yes,
and
it would be different.
They're about to make me look that way instead of watching it live when it's like, oh my God, could I still win? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the tea is. I don't know what the where maybe it is just recency bias. Maybe it's like they're so fresh off of Survivor that they literally have not. I mean, like, Charlie went straight into law school or finishing law school, and Joe went back to his like firefighting job. Like these are things that make you, they have a stronger timeline. Does that make sense? Like you have other things going on in your life than thinking about your Survivor trauma, you know?
Yeah.
And then you immediately get thrown back in it, and you're like, oh my God, I never unpacked any of this.
Yeah, I just was like, that feels, I don't know, maybe the honor and integrity guy just seems to be struggling with
He
that.
didn't want to have to lie to her.
No. So, anyways, Genevieve also, in a conversation with Rizzo, they're talking, and he's like, you sent me the B-Bite, right? And she's like, no, that was not me. And she just wants to have that one thing to keep to herself.
I wonder what well, I guess in Rizzo's hands, it's still a normal idol. I forget what the rules are. Is Rizzo allowed to play it? Oh, no, he's only allowed to play it on himself.
Yes.
Yes, that's what the rules are. And then it becomes a normal idol once it gets back to her.
If it gets back to her, yeah.
Well, it's definitely not at this point. Well, so now I wonder if the person that...
But probably not.
No, definitely not. Because then that there's a whole meta to that. It's like if you tell the person who got the idol once the person's voted out, and then it's like, what if there's a whole meta there that would break the game and whatnot. But anyway, I just think I'm like, damn, like it really. I just keep thinking about the fact that Genevieve fully found 2 idols on 2 separate beaches, and had got to see none of the fruits of her labor. Like it truly just like,
it's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Aubrey and Oscar are not happy to have their idols out in the open like this, but there was truly, like, nothing they could do about it at that point. And we get perhaps my favorite confessional of the episode, where Cerise says that she's in a poly relationship with Rizzo and Ozzy.
Be who you are.
I just, like, when I think I can't get more obsessed with Cerise...
If you were to take Suri from Survivor Exile Island all the way back then, if you were to tell original season Suri, in 20 years you're going to have a confessional where you talk about being in a poly relationship with someone who isn't even... How old is Rizzo at that point? Someone who calls
themselves the R-I-Z-G-O-D.
The R-I-Z-G-O-D Riz God baby.
I think, is he like 26 now?
He might be 67.
Yeah, perhaps.
Rizzo, hey, get on the pod. Let us know.
We then have some interesting old era versus new era dynamics at play, and we see a lot of the old school people sort of liking Jonathan, which is interesting. But it turns out that also... See, okay, normally I don't really care to listen to these exit press stuff because, like, it just becomes too much. But I think it does in this season, like... It paints a better picture and you get a lot of context, and it sounds like there was a lot of pre-gaming with Jonathan and the old school people coming into it already.
I find it interesting, and not to make everything about race, how come Sari and Ozzy are not included on this old school alliance, but Chrissy and Jonathan are?
That is such a great point.
Hey,
what about that?
Is this the old school alliance or is...
Hey, old school lines? I got a few questions.
Hey, I got a question. Because, it's just really, it's quite interesting, this dynamic.
Yeah. But it seems like him and Jonathan and Dee are still good. Also, Coach loves Jonathan's 8-pack. We have to have a moment for that. So, then a boat comes up to the merch beach, and yes.
Is this the, where Cerise confessional... where she talks about the differences between the old school game and the new school game happens? Potentially.
There was so much going on,
This
by
is
the way.
my favorite confessional. I think Sari is getting a winners at it. Yeah. I think Sari could win this season.
I would, I truly don't know what else could top that.
I don't want to jump to her tribal. I don't want to jump around. Not once. The only time she got heat was because she respectfully lost her tribe the challenge the first episode, and it was sort of just the natural response to that.
Yeah. And Jenna was immediately targeting her.
Right, but really since then she hasn't gotten much heat, and the telling confessional for me where I'm like, oh, this could actually happen. Her confessional, which she was basically talking about the differences between the old school and the new school game. And she said the old school players play with the mentality that you're loyal to the soil, to the people you say you're loyal to, where the new school agenda is very much, hey, I hate you, but we have a common enemy right now. Let's work together for a vote or 2, get this common enemy out, and then we can get Bad Blood again, Operation Bad Blood, and get each other out at that point. And she said, I think that the downfall from a lot of the old schoolers this season is this loyalty mentality. I just don't think it's going to work numbers wise. I think it's very telling Sari. I'm sure other people have this observation. I think it's telling Sari is the one who told us that, especially as an old school player.
Yes.
I think that's a pivotal confessional.
I agree. Also, not to bring up those exit interviews again, it's just tough when there's 3 people from one single episode, so there was a lot to work with. But I will say, I just remembered now, Colby does talk about why things with Suri they weren't working together in the game, and there is context to that as well. That was not the intention going into the season, but I will say
you heard me
that...
call them a racist, and you quickly said, "Hey,
No.
actually."
I just remembered because I was like, I feel like I remember something about that. When Jenna came out targeting Cirie immediately, Cirie thought that okay, let me back up. Colby and Cirie had talked pre-game and were forming this alliance, whatever. And in a conversation, she asked about Jenna and was like, is Jenna with us or something like that? And Colby was just like, oh, well, she's like obviously old school, so we're probably good. So she had thought that it was like a solidified thing that Colby had talked to Jenna when he hadn't talked to her in like a million years, like 15 years or something.
For sure.
A
million
he just
years,
assumed.
famously.
So then when Jenna comes out targeting Cirie hot off the press, Cirie thought that meant that Colby was actually lying to her and was against her.
Oh.
And then there was another moment with information from Savannah that was sort of just a miscommunication that ended up also contributing to Cirie not wanting to work with Colby. And so that played into it. It was all a bunch of miscommunications that led to it. But, I think Colby had something to Savannah about, like, Cirie's awesome, but watch out because, like, once you start liking her, like, she's got you under her control or something like that.
I feel like that's just sort of the Game of Survivor. It's just a game of miscommunication.
It's just a really weird game of telephone.
Right.
With some challenges thrown in. Okay, Let's keep moving on. Then the boat pulls up to the merge beach, and Tiff reads the envelope that they get, and they all have to race through the jungle to find some twist that will, quote, change everything. Everyone is looking all over the place, and at one point Rizzo is like, I don't understand why we're all running, but he does walk right by it, which is really unfortunate. That shot was crazy. And then we, at this point, do learn that Colby either over or hyperextended his toe a few days ago, so that's why Grandpappy's hobbling around and not running. And then Oscar finds it while just walking right by. And the note says that, guys, he's heading to Exile Island. Yay! And he gets to pick one person to go with him. And he's hoping that, this means that he'll be safe from the next vote. And he wants to pick sort of the odd man out to go with him. So he picks the RIZGOD.
I feel like Ozzy has spent the most time on a non-active island. Does that make sense? Like,
yes.
He played on Redemption. He was on Redemption Island for forever. He's been on Exile twice now.
Like, this is his home.
When he immediately pulled it up and he said, this better not be a ticket to Exile, and it immediately was a ticket to Exile, like... Damn.
Like, how in the world does that happen?
I wonder, I know he only had, 5 minutes to pick, but I just wonder if he could have just... He should have taken Genevieve.
And that's what she was saying in her interviews. Like,
He should have taken Genevieve. I guess they didn't really know what the tribe dynamic was gonna like, how the lines were gonna break down, and there was no way of knowing that it was gonna be a triple tribal. But I think as a olive branch, knowing that Genevieve sent the idol to him, that Genevieve, he should have solidified something to her and been like, hey, I'll take you, knowing that hey, we don't know what's happening outside of Exile, but this will probably just guarantee you safety. Let me repay the olive branch. I'll take Genevieve.
I guess, and I'll bring more of this up later, but probably the biggest reason he says that he picked Rizzo was actually because Cirie was like, you need to start working with Rizzo, and you need to get close to him, and here's your opportunity.
Wow.
So she really is out here. She's everything.
Okay, keep going.
And Rizzo is not happy about going and being away from the group, but they do go on their merry way. And then we get to the challenge.
Have you seen Sandra posting from chat BCC or whatever it is?
Yes,
have you seen the screenshots?
Sometimes.
She said last night, she said Ozzy made getting on that boat look so graceful, and then here comes Rizzo getting on the boat and he looks so bad. But then after that she's like, actually I can't talk my shit because I know I would have needed help getting on that boat. I love Sandra. Sandra should have been on Survivor 50.
Sandra and Rizzo on a tribe.
Oh, could you imagine the bullshit? Maybe the bullshit. That's her new Courtney Yates.
That's so right.
Riz God as Courtney Yates is crazy.
And then we could have been them for Halloween.
Who would you have been?
Well, I guess I would have to be Rizzo.
Yeah,
'Cause
baby, that's right. Thank you.
you're just too perfect of a Sandra.
Thank you.
Okay, we also, yeah, I love when I see screenshots from that chat. Like, people are so funny in there.
They are.
feel
Sandra
like
is killing it. She
Yeah,
consistently,
she's
like, once a
carrying.
week. Her last week, the one that went, like, that popped off on Twitter was her talking about the eyelash. She was like, the eyelashes. I feel like they're,
Yes.
like, coming through my TV screen.
I love her. Then we go to the challenge. To start, Jeff says that the fans voted for lots of twists.
Allegedly.
And allegedly, like,
I won't agree
certain
until you
amount.
show me the numbers.
I want to see the data.
Show me the data, babe.
So today we are introduced to the Blood Moon twist, where tonight 3 people will be voted out in a single night. Yeah, they will randomly be split into 3 tribes and each go to tribal council to vote someone out. I don't think it's that interesting. For the challenge, they have to hold themselves up between these 2 walls with increasingly small footholds, and the person that lasts the longest, so one person from each group will win immunity. But the tribe that lasts the longest, the person that lasts the longest, will win a reward for their tribe. And that's going to be to quote Jeff, the biggest reward of the season.
What fucking just happened to Zach Brown?
I
Baby, y'all can't keep throwing buzzwords out and acting like I'm a 3rd grader that forgot week 2. I'm not a fucking beta fish, motherfucker.
And it really is about the
It's the buzzwords. The
Yeah.
biggest reward of the season. Girl.
Yeah.
I know I was just talking my shit about Zach Brown, but arguably Zach Brown was bigger than this Applebee's reward. No shade.
Yes.
Oh, don't.
But actually, don't disrespect Applebee's like that.
Applebee's on a date night.
So the
I
reward
just want to say we'll jump. I have comments to make about the food once we get to the reward.
Okay. Applebee's for their tribe. It's going to be at the sanctuary, and at this point, Jeff goes into detail about some of the delicious food that they can choose from, including burgers, the Bourbon Street steak, the
Spell
apple pie.
delicious.
Huh?
Spell delicious. Don't look at your notes.
I don't have delicious. Oh, I do. Delicious.
I have no idea. That sounds right.
Okay, and of course, some beautiful shark bowl drinks.
And I'm pissed.
And one more thing to note is that the jury begins after tonight. So these 3 boots will not make it to the jury, which is nasty.
I was just about to say that is the nastiest thing Jeff could have said. I'm sorry. He did not have to emphasize that.
No, that was messed up. So on...
That really affects the game.
Completely.
That has major effects. I feel like for Jonathan, his big thing... Chrissy made a great point. Not to jump. But Chrissy's point... Camilla and Tiffany will never vote for you to win the game. Why would you vote me out? They will not vote for you, and you're voting who's going to be on the jury tonight.
Yeah.
That, to me, that's a major selling point, because she's right. Camilla would never have voted for Jonathan, no matter what the circumstance was.
No. Yeah. Okay. So on the in the purple group, we have Genevieve, Aubrey, Christian, Devins, and Joe. On orange, we have Jonathan, Steph, Tiff, Camilla, and Chrissy. And then I fully just did not write the next group. But we have Emily. Oh, it was Emily. Was it D?
No,
D...
it was D, Jonathan.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
No,
yeah,
No, Jonathan was on orange with Steph, Tiff, Camilla, and Chrissy.
Camilla. The last one was Emily, Christian, Rick, Devins.
Nope. It was Emily and
Who
D.
won? It
was Emily, D, Sari, Colby, and Coach.
Yeah. Yes.
My brain.
Your brain.
Okay. Colby. Emily's out first, unfortunately. And then at some point Colby's out, and he does take a tough fall and nearly falls off the platform. But now knowing the context that there was more going on with his foot than we even had.
I know, but I feel like he could have just stepped down.
I know.
That was a hard fall. I was like, Grandpappy, like, and he's at the age too where a fall like that. I'm getting flashbacks to
He's in a life alert.
when my mom fell in New York. Girl, that was traumatizing. Did I tell you that story?
No.
We were getting
Do you
off
want me
of
to cut this?
No. We were getting off of a tour boat, and it was dark outside, and there was a lip, and so we were getting off the ramp like this, and so the ramp had an elevation, but then it immediately sort of started walking like this. Mm-hmm. And my mom went to take a step and bit it bad. Fully fell. I don't even think she like put her palms down, and like the palms were all. Oh. And then there were people behind us, and there were people in front of us, and then the workers came up and were like, "Is she okay?" And Reese, my brother, and I had to help her up, and then we like walked to a seat, and like then like Loki was not trying to like rush anything, but we had a dinner reservation, so I was like, "Okay."
Come on, Diva, let's get up.
Well, it was her dinner reservation. She picked the restaurant, and she was like, "We have to go here." But it took a minute to recalibrate. It took a minute to get back up, but I mean, she's not old. She just turned 51, 52. Mm-hmm. And Colby's 50.
Yeah,
I think so. Like something like that. So it's similar age group, but like you get to an age, like you know, yeah, you get to a certain age.
Yes.
Care for your body, Colby. Don't get foot infections.
Yes. And then we get some also really just nasty feet shots throughout all of this. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it was a tough watch for sure. Also, I just, not to like jump to the end of it, but like, wait, oh no, I guess D didn't win. D won for her tribe, but I was thinking D and those nasty toes. Once again, strike. But they couldn't bring them all the way through this time. I did think it was fun. One thing I love about a returning season, especially with like a lot of history to these people, is the fun flashbacks that they have the opportunity to do. I loved watching Coach losing this challenge in Tocantins to JT.
JT coming, JT coming, JT coming.
And once again, he drops out of this challenge, and D wins.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. The visual of them being in the middle of the deserts in Brazil, in Tocantins, nothing behind them, miles of desert. They're it's just sitting there in the middle of the desert. The camera panned out. There's nothing surrounding them. Cinematography. Survivor used to be something. I hate to talk. I hate
on location.
God, it's the location, and I hate to say it because it's just like a thing. But I'm like, it genuinely makes the show so much more exciting. You can get so like the beauty of it. Yeah, when we're using the same plot of land for every single challenge in Fiji. Like I'm like, girl, it's just trees. At this point, I'm bored of the trees. Give me the desert.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? This comes up a lot in like conversations with people who are just getting into Survivor or like are not fans, but they like know about the show. And I always defend it. And I'm like, I don't hate that they don't change locations every season. Like I understand the point of it and like budget reasons, whatever. Give me a theme.
Give me a
there is
once a quarter this conversation happens on this podcast
because it's so necessary and it's genuinely such a big part of it. And I'd argue like there's more of a theme with like the old school, new school stuff. Like this season feels a little bit more interesting to me, but where's the theme? Like I think there are zero excuses to not have a theme.
Yeah, I'm genuinely hoping that the 51 to 60 is like themed boots.
It's that girl. Yeah. So D wins immunity for the like bluish teal tribe. Christian wins for purple, and then orange tribe at this point has won the reward already, but Steph, Camilla, and Chrissy are still in.
That's crazy.
But Steph wins immunity. I know, that is so crazy.
I was really excited. I was kind of hoping that Chrissy was gonna win, just because I need her to pop off in a way. Like all these newbies, I'm sorry, but like Chrissy isn't serving this way that isn't serving the way that she served on HHH. I need her to just pop up. Well, I don't know. She had a fun little snappy moment this episode. I was like, okay, I'm seeing the old Chrissy. My only other thought from the challenge was Christian for his group. They all dropped like within seconds of each other, and he really just won. Like it really could have been any of them.
Yes.
But he just won. It just happened to be him.
Yeah.
God, it could have been Genevieve.
I know.
I wonder who would have gone home if Genevieve. I don't know, like because Genevieve and then Aubrey probably would have played her idol.
Joe, maybe.
Oh,
I can't
sorry,
think
but
too
you
much
imagine if Joe and Colby went home this episode, like.
Well, and Colby in his interviews was saying that he actually was not like all in on that honor and integrity alliance. He was absolutely being lumped into it by Coach
I got that
Joe.
vibe last episode
when he was being like knighted.
Yes,
and
because,
we were like, he's just going along with this.
Yeah, he definitely was just going along with it.
And he said that he loved the Honor and Integrity Alliance for the time being, but he said that they would have been so perfect to blindside down the road, and he was really excited about that.
Damn, Colby, that like how the fuck your best showing on Survivor is going to be your last showing on Survivor? Like I genuinely am like this whole
who says it has to be the last?
Donaldson for the last time. That's
what
he said as he stuffed his fucking torch.
Can we get a 50 and over season and watch them all just?
I just genuinely, like, I'm sorry, but you could just take all the pre-merge boots this season and put them on, do a fans versus favorites, and just put the pre-merge boots on, and I'd eat that shit up.
Because why are they all the favorites?
They are all the favorites. I'm just like, this group is so iconic that I'm like, and I feel like they all played out. There wasn't a single person that I was like, yeah, it was kind of their time. Like,
yeah,
everybody did something during their time on the show.
And the Colby one, not to like keep going to it, but like the Colby one is especially sad to me because he did so bad on Heroes versus Villains and was kind of insufferable. And then he comes back and he has like the funny arc with Rizzo in the beginning of like, you know, that becoming his dad, Rizzo becoming his son. And I don't know, I liked him so much this season, and like this was just so upsetting.
I know, a big 180.
Yeah. Then we pop over to Exile Island with Ozzy and Rizzo, and Ozzy is happy to finally just not be at Tribal Council for once. So I love that. And Ozzy mentions how Sari told him to get close with Rizzo, so Oscar gets to work on that. And they share about their idols with each other, and they are extra close over talking about the extra vote that Sari had filled Rizzo in on as well. And Rizzo is happy to stick together as a three with all of these advantages that they have together. And something that doesn't get shown in the episode, but I saw, you know how there was like that big watch party thing with like literally all the cast?
At Ron Clark Academy.
Yes. Okay, so Rizzo...
Are you familiar with Ron Clark?
No. Anyways.
He is a
Rizzo...
Survivor alumni.
Oh, what season?
Rick Devon's season, Edge of Extinction.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I know the face. I don't know the name.
You probably wouldn't know the face.
Anyways, Rizzo and Ozzy were pulled up on stage and talking about their time on Exile Island together. And
Did they kiss?
Well.
Woo!
So I think Ozzy was asked, like, who was a better Exile Island buddy, like, Q or Rizzo? And he was like, well, my guy Rizzo and I. And apparently Rizzo was, like, really sick. You know how he got those shots of him, like, all curled up, like, low-key sleeping?
Yeah.
And, like, half awake. So that's because he was really not feeling good. And I guess, like, all night and, like, all through the evening.
Cuddled?
Well, yes. But first... Ozzy, like, built up a wall of logs and sticks to block the wind from Rizzo so he could just sleep. And then they spooned. And Ozzy was like, yeah, I asked Rizzo, like, we cuddled. And Rizzo just said that he wanted to be the big spoon, so I was a little spoon. And they spent the night together.
Aww.
Isn't that precious?
I need a 70k word fanfic on my table tonight.
We're busy. We have another fanfic, coming up. But yeah, Rizzo said that he just kept waking up to more sticks being piled, and then like Ozzy stoking the fire and keeping them warm, and like
Wait, 'cause
Ozzy
that's
just like
actually
took care of him all night.
Wait, because that's kind of precious.
I know.
That's very big brother, little brother.
It was so sweet, and then them
Aw.
cuddling to like top it off was just like so perfect.
Big brother, little brother cuddling on top.
We'll workshop that.
Yeah, we'll workshop the fanfic. We'll get it to y'all next week.
Then let's go over to the
Comment down
sanctuary.
below. No, on the Spotify this week, would y'all read an Oscar X Rizzo fan fiction? Doesn't have to. It can be rated E for everybody. We're just testing the waters.
Okay.
Would y'all read an Oscar X Rizzo fanfic? Oscar X Riz God fanfic.
Okay.
Let us know on the Spotify.
Riz God fanfic. Okay. Perfect. All right, let's go to the sanctuary where good things happen. Tiff says that at least if she has to scramble tonight, at least she can do it with some alcohol in her
This
system.
was bad, y'all. My winner pick.
We finally get her.
Girl, I said there ain't no way. We just got 5 confessionals from her in a row. This is not a good sign.
I was
shaking. I was shaking. I said, girl, okay, too much. Ooh, I'm not hungry.
Then they dig into this food with their beautiful shark bowls. And what did you want to say about the food?
Basically every single time I eat Applebee's, I get the sampler platter of the appetizers. Mm-hmm. The mozzarella sticks do not look like that. I don't know what mozzarella sticks they had on their plate. Did not look like that. Some of the food just felt slightly adjusted. I don't know if Fijian Applebee's is different than American Applebee's.
Yeah, probably.
Girl, I'm telling y'all,
How many Fijis do you think there are on... how many Fijis? How many Applebee's do you think there are in Fiji?
I'm gonna guess 4. Wait, no, I'm gonna guess 1. Why would I guess 4? 16. 32.
Lower.
10.
No.
Lower.
Yeah.
5. Was
0.
it 4? Oh, 0.
I cannot find the only, like, I'm so sorry, but the AI overview is the only thing actually giving me information because nothing does come up when you search Applebee's in Fiji. And it says that there is no permanent public Applebee's location in Fiji. But they do operate a pop-up restaurant specifically for Survivor to serve as a reward for the contestants.
So do other people get to enjoy that, or is it just for the contestants?
That's a great question. Let's look up. This is just investigation hour. Closest Applebee's to Fiji. I don't know. Oh, probably Hawaii. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is approximately 3,000 plus miles away.
Who wants to fly us out to Hawaii so we can try the Applebee's in Hawaii?
But it says other ones. India has Applebee's. And so does Brazil and Panama.
Brazil is so
Those
nice.
are just to name a few.
So then why wasn't it in a reward on token jeans?
That is such a good question. Anyways, yeah, they then talk about how crazy it is that 3 people will be gone tonight, but they also don't really want to talk about the game, but they also can't help it. Chrissy reminds them that they are eating good in the neighborhood. We just had to throw that one out there. And Tiff wants to get Chrissy out tonight and feel solid in her alliance and wants to move forward with that. Then we go to the purple group at Old Kahlo, and oh my god, sorry, I just got flashbacks because we are about 30 seconds. I just want to say, like, CBS did a really bad job with the cutoff on this thing because my programming was interrupted by the small stupid idiot talking about war and all that. So, but you would think that it would happen like right before they get there. No, we got to the beach and then like basically mid-sentence they get cut off. I think Aubrey specifically gets cut off, and we tune into that
Silencing
for the next
women
20
again
minutes.
and again.
No, truly.
Did you get to fold some of your laundry?
No, I just sat there and played Animal Crossing. But I had it on the TV because Paramount Plus is the worst.
Paramount.
Thank you. Paramount Plus is the worst streaming service ever, and I was really nervous that if I clicked out of it, I would not be able to get back into Survivor.
If Paramount Plus had no haters, we'd be dead.
Truly?
Are you gonna get a Switch too?
No. Well, maybe. Why?
I was just wondering.
So my Switch is like kind of old at this point, and it recently has started doing this thing where like mid Animal Crossing, like it's like a very, very, very thin, but like black line will just like shoot up across the screen, and I don't think it's supposed to be doing that. So I at this time am not in the market for a Switch 2, but once my current Switch is done, then yeah, I'm gonna get another because I just love that thing.
The new Me game looks so cute.
I haven't seen that.
Not Tamagotchi.
Oh,
It's not Tamagotchi Life. It's Tomodachi.
yeah.
It's like the newest version of it. It looks so cute.
Oh, love that. I'm, speaking of video games, really excited to lock in on The Sims this weekend. That is like when I'm counting down the hours too. Anyways, I said we are almost immediately cut off by the small stupid idiot. Why does he sound so sick and out of breath? Yuck. But then we finally get back to the show and they get back to work. Aubrey wants Genevieve out, obviously, and tells Devins and Christians that they should go for Genevieve and that she, Aubrey, will be using her idol tonight because it is just too risky. Genevieve then talks to Joe and tells him that they should vote Devins and that Christian can be sort of their swing. And she says, you also have no reason not to trust me because if this fails, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And I guess a lot of that was rooted in, I don't know at what point, like outside the game, Joe had said that he would never want to work with Genevieve.
Oh, for sure.
And like really just hates like her game and like how she plays. But apparently Joe told Genevieve, and she said this is accurate, that Joe's wife said that he needs to work with Genevieve. Like that is the player that he needs on his side to be working with.
It's similar to why Ozzy wants to work with Sari, is that
Yeah.
Genevieve covers all of the blind sides in Joe's game.
Yes.
Which
and
I think is
Genevieve
smart.
was like, I wanted to work with Joe because you know how nice it is to have an alliance partner that is rooted in honor and integrity?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's not going to lie to me.
I don't think Genevieve would ever lie to me. Like, if I had met her and we were on the same season of a show together, I think she'd see something in me and she'd say, no, that's my girl right there. She said, that's my shit right there.
And I think so too. And like, Genevieve makes me so sad. Like, I just love her so much. And I don't like in all of her out of game stuff, she talks about how like she just must be this like horrible and unlikable person because like no one ever really wants to get close with her until like outside the game. She obviously has like a lot of friends
like
from
they're
Survivor.
all her besties.
But like that makes me so sad for Mother Vive. Like I just know if I was on a beach with her, that would be my Sari. Like I would have a hard time not wanting to work with her even though I know what she's capable of.
Right.
Like I could never.
But imagine what we
Mother
can
Vive
do
out.
together. Unlimited.
Exactly.
I can keep going. Do you want me to?
Maybe on the Patreon.
Okay.
Then Genevieve gets to work and talking to Christian and says that he is being lumped in with Devins since they're obviously so tight, and basically Christian needs to get Devins out. And it's best for his game. Like, let's take off that big chunk. All this stuff. And Christian is like, no.
I just
literally no.
I don't think that ever was gonna work.
No.
I appreciate the thought. I appreciate the trying of it all.
Yeah, I do too. But yeah, he kind of goes along with it just to like why would you be like, oh, absolutely not. You know?
Right.
So he just wants to like keep her comfortable. And then Christian fills Devins in on this conversation with Genevieve and about how dangerous she is. But Devin's like, Well, I would actually like to vote Joe tonight, interestingly enough, because what if Genevieve has something up her sleeve? I also just like hate Joe, and he's just a safer vote, so let's just go with him.
I think this is the safest possible route for them, right? Because
Yeah.
if Genevieve does have something, she plays it. Then Aubrey plays her idol, which y'all know she has,
Yes.
and then that would leave literally just Joe and Devins. And if I'm Christian, I'm like, oh, in no world do I want Devins to go home tonight. I
Yeah.
genuinely feel like the safest route is to get Joe out.
I
I mean,
agree.
obviously, it ends up working for them because Genevieve, obviously, we know she doesn't have anything, but
Yeah.
get Genevieve will still be a target. This is the perfect time to get someone out like Joe. Joe will bleed into it. Genevieve is not going back to the group of 17 after this.
Yeah.
Hands clean.
Also, yeah, like who would Joe vote for in the end besides like Jonathan or Colby or Coach? Like, get him out of there. He's not someone you want on the jury if you're
Yeah.
Christian or Devins.
I genuinely thought like this is the perfect time to get Joe out.
I agree. Then at Old Sela, Dee is feeling comfortable with her immunity necklace and her allies, Suri and Emily. So really it's Colby and Coach that are in a bad place. And also, once again, Colby does not have a vote. So
And
we do
I
have to just keep
genuinely
that in mind.
I forgot about this until he said it right here, like an hour into the episode. I went, oh damn, he doesn't have a vote, does he?
How interesting. Coach gets to work on basically pitching getting out Colby to Dee because he has no other option, and tells her that Emily also trying to sprinkle this in, trying to like be a little bit, mischievous. He sprinkles in that Emily actually threw out Dee's name last night, lies, and Dee is not giving into this at all, and Coach immediately gets tripped up in her
Again,
line of
like-
questioning and is like, I should not have done that.
No, y'all are underestimating D. And I said this last episode. I'll say it again. Definitely one of the best players in the new era, probably in Survivor history. But
Yeah,
girl, she's a winner for a reason. Like she doesn't play
truly.
the. I would say she's the best winner of the new era. That girl does not play.
I know. I love her.
She's the only winner left.
Yes.
She joins a very elite circle of winners who've come back on a returning season and made the merge.
Yeah.
Like,
And the jury. So. Dee takes this to Emily immediately and is like, yeah, so he's full of crap and is being kind of aggressive and annoying. So let's just keep that in mind. It might be nice to get Coach out in this vote. And they also, at this point, they're saying, we think Colby will be a medevaced, so why would we waste our vote on this if we could go for kind of a twofer? And then Emily and Dee talk to Suri each separately, and Suri is like, Coach is the bad move tonight. Let's take Colby out, cut Colby, who's the head of the snake in his alliance, and really it's going to be no problem, but we do need Colby out now, and I don't think he's going to get medevaced, which is funny knowing, like, more context. Coach was saying that, or Colby was saying that his vote like was nasty. Like it wasn't like just a small thing. Like
I'm surprised they
it was
had him.
gross and
I'm
hot.
surprised they had him do the challenge. Like I'm surprised they didn't make him sit out of the immunity challenge.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know if they knew how bad it was at that point. I think he said going into tribal is when he talked to the doctor and was like. Hey, I know this is like so bad, but like, can I just get through this vote? Can I just be voted out? So, and then Colby goes to Dee and says that if they keep him, he will pull in his other allies and tell them how Dee stuck her neck out for him and saved him, and that he can bring his buddies and his friends in, and that would be beneficial to Dee in the long run. Also. Then we go to the reward group beach, but the merge name is Manaluvu. I just wanted to.
I'm a man-eater man. That's what that reminds me of.
So Camilla is feeling good about her and
Manaluvu, my labubu. Ah!
I love that.
Okay.
Do you have a labubu?
Move on. I do have a labubu. Just one.
What's their name?
I don't know. It's currently in a box.
Oh.
I sort of bought it near the time I moved houses, and I sort of don't have anywhere to display all my cute little keychains or figurines, so.
Is it open?
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like?
Oh, it's tan.
Have I seen it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Do you want me to pull it out?
Can you? No.
I can do it if you want to talk for a minute. I'll just put myself on mute. It's like the box is right behind me right now.
Okay, sure. So Camilla's feeling good about her and Tiff and Jonathan as a three. Why do I keep getting tripped up on my words today? I'm not sure. Those three, even though he was blindsided by her on that last vote for Charlie, which he was pretty upset about. And then Jonathan wants Chrissy out, it seems like, at this point. And when Camilla talks to Chrissy, she says that she knows it's her tonight and no hard feelings. Oh, I'm understanding now. Jonathan was saying that to Camilla just to, like, keep her comfy. That is... That's a really interesting Labubu. I've not seen that variety.
Y'all, okay, trust the process. Give me a second.
Okay. And so then Camilla talks to Chrissy and says that, Chrissy says she knows it's her tonight, no hard feelings, and it's just getting emotional. She's really playing the part here. And then she has the same conversation with Tiff, but actually she is bluffing. There's a lot of stuff coming out of this mysterious behind Riley spot. Oh, it doesn't have a name. I thought they all had names or something.
I don't know. It definitely does have a name. I just don't remember it. These were all my backpack charms, you guys. Oh my god, there's a little Tom Nook. Oh, there goes the microphone. There's a Tom Nook. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to distract from the topic of the show and tell.
No, I love it. Can I see Tom?
Oh, yes. Oh my god. A little haul. Oh, I'm overstimulated. Hold on.
Did you know that Tom Nook is a tanuki?
I did. Should I add this to my keychain? I have to read.
He's
This is
cute.
not the time to have this conversation.
You need to get into Animal Crossing. I know you have it, but don't play.
Okay. How about you continue doing the notes? How about you do that?
So Chrissy talks to Steph, and they all agree that they need Camilla out because she's dangerous. And Chrissy takes this to Jonathan and says that, Camilla and Tiff are playing him and he should vote Camilla with her. And this puts Jonathan in the middle, and basically he's just laying in the hammock while all the girls cycle in pitching who they want to go with. And I just really hated this visual.
Oh, for sure.
So, then right before Tribal, we get a little snippet from each group. With the Christian group, Devins is feeling the heat between him and Genevieve tonight, but not really. The D group, D explains that, it's all about taking out the bigger threat or whatever. And then the Steph group, Jonathan says it's a battle between old era and new era. And then we go to Tribal Council. First up is the Steph group. Tiff gives us some nerdy video game talk.
Oh my god, her wearing her bow like Kenzie.
Like Kenzie.
That was so cute.
And then she does have to remind us that she's a millennial by saying the word shooketh.
Right.
And I was just
Baby, that's Coachella 2016.
Immediately taken out of the fantasy.
Not too much on my winner pick, thank you.
I just had to say that. Camilla says that the best move tonight is to find the group to move into the merge with. Jonathan says that tonight draws a line in the sand, and Tiff agrees and says that, there will be ripple effects from this vote once they get back to everyone on the merge tribe. And they also talk about wanting to make it to the jury, make it one more day, and the beautiful and chaotic journey that is Survivor 50. And then they get to the votes.
I can't believe we're already at the jury.
I know. And guys, unfortunately, Camilla is voted out 3-2 and looks at Jonathan and says, drag that man through the mud. But she takes it like a champ for the most part, so.
I hope there's a butterfly effect to this action for Jonathan. An irreversible negative effect.
I just need her back so bad.
Yeah.
It's not even funny. I need her on any tribe, anywhere, any place, anytime. And I would love to see it. Then the Christian group, they're all very religious. The Christian group comes in and they talk about how there's luck in Survivor, but also it's about how you work with others and you don't want to close any doors with people. They talk about strategy and getting someone out that you don't want on the jury, but also with this twist, it's really just about surviving tonight. And then we get to the vote. I didn't. Yeah. Genevieve did go ahead and play her shot in the dark. And she was not safe. And Aubrey decides not to play her idol, which is smart. So, but this means that Genevieve is voted out by all 4 of them. And we get an authentic passing off of the
moment.
coat, of the jacket, of her beautiful, beautiful red coat.
And Aubrey was like, "Really?" And Genevieve was like, "What? You think Genevieve, after voted out, was gonna hand you the coat and then say psych?" And then
I would have loved that.
I would have loved that too, no shade. I feel like there will be a negative effect to this for Aubrey. I feel like her not playing the idol after telling both Christian and Devins that she was going to play it, I feel like there will be a ripple effect.
I hope so. But I also, like, I don't know. Obviously, like, I wanted Genevieve to win out of this whole dynamic, but at least, like, Aubrey does still have her idol. I think it's tough that she was like, no, for sure I'm going to play this idol tonight.
Yeah.
Then we get to the last tribal, thank God, and we rehash the fact that it's been a minute since, like, specifically the 2 old farts have been to tribal council, and Colby says that he's feeling the heat without a vote tonight, and the shot in the dark, he also does not have access to that, but he's had a blast out here. And then Emily and Sari basically say, hey, it's not over till it's over.
Which, they were kind of shady for that.
I know.
Colby's saying, oh, I actually think I might have a chance tonight.
Colby then gets emotional about coming back, and Jeff says that, Colby, Sari, and Coach are just icons of the game, and they led to people like Emily and Dee playing, and just, Survivor as a whole. Like, they are such pillars. You
know what this reminded me of? Jeff was like, Dee, how old were you when, like, Colby played? And Dee was like 3 or something. 3. This week at work during our team meeting, we were talking about an event that gets put on through our job, and they were like, how long has the event been going on for? And a guy was like, we've been hosting this event since 2006. And I went, multiple people in that meeting have been working here that long? And I went, oh my God, I was only 4 years old. Let's just say the room got a little cold after. Let's just say that maybe wasn't the best thing to say.
It's like the Howie Mandel thing where it's like, I'm 4 years old.
You're the youngest person ever. Y'all, like, the privileges that come with being the youngest person in the office. Like, I just...
Yeah.
Anyway, I got emotional during this tribal.
I'm glad this was the last one of the night.
I agree. It was a good one. I think the producers knew that this was going to be emotional for no matter who went home, whether it was Coach or Colby. The way that Sari made it through this unscathed, to me, insane. She wasn't even an option, but the scene, Colby and Coach sitting behind her, and she has tears running down her face. That was very emotional.
I don't like it. No, I do like it, but I don't like.
No, I get what you're. Yeah.
Ugh. Then Coach says that he's out here to inspire people, and he quotes a samurai warrior and says something about how they're fighting a war with clean hearts or something like that. Dee says that, voting out one of the oldies, not my words, not hers, comes with guilt for playing a part in them not making the jury, but the relationships and words said will live on forever. Mm-hmm. And then we get to the vote, and Colby's voted out with the clean sweep there. And Jeff, when snuffing Colby's torch, says one last time Donaldson, and I just know he hated snuffing Pappy's torch. And then we do get an awesome shot of him sort of limping away.
An awesome shot of him limping away.
Camilla also said that it was nasty because her tribal was first and she had to sit there through the other two but didn't get to watch it. She was just like in this like dark tent thing.
That's crazy.
With all these spiders, so she made a handler stay with her because she was like, I'm not doing this by myself. And then to do like the little exit sit down moment, they both got to go first, so then she was the last to get on the boat to Ponderosa. Oh. And she was like, yeah, that was actually horrible, sitting there just like waiting to get through all this by myself.
Did she get to see that? I don't know if she talked like when Genevieve got voted out.
I don't know. I don't know. But, and that wraps up this episode. That was a lot to get through.
I think this episode doesn't halt my opinions. I'm enjoying the season. I feel like there's a lot of things on paper I shouldn't be liking, but I'm still liking it. And I don't know, maybe if it's just the excitement of season 50 that's really keeping it afloat. We'll have to see.
I was feeling a little, I said at the beginning, less positive.
Yes.
About this one. I did actually, I'm going to just speak my truth. I did not like this episode, and it did bring the vibe down for me in a big way. I think I was really excited going into it I really liked the last week's episode.
Yes.
But that felt like a high coming off the Zach Brown stuff.
Right.
But I liked the episodes before that. So I don't know. I just I'm still into it. I'm still keeping with it. I'm excited to see. It looks like things get a little messy and exciting next week, which I'm excited about. But overall, this was a major bummer to me. And next time we're going to have a big twist thing. Let's actually make it a big exciting twist.
Right.
Where players have some sort of agency within it. So, anyways, do you have anything else or is that all?
Comment down below what your order from Applebee's is.
That's such a good question.
Comment down below what you order for Applebee's. And if you've never had Applebee's before, you can go ahead and unsubscribe and delete your YouTube. Comment that, and then let us know on Spotify. Would you read a Oscar Expert's God fanfic?
Perfect. Okay.
That's all I have to say.
Well, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Making Fire podcast. In the meantime, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Making Fire Pod for all those fun clips. And comment, subscribe, all of that. Check us out on Spotify, vote in the poll. And we will see you next week for episode 7. We're already there.
Can you gag on that?
Holy cow. Anyways, bye.
I can't.